treasurer, and also deputy director of elections. Honestly speaking, I want you to ask, you members of the fourth estate. We have the youth leader here, Mundalo. Ask Jeremiah Kioni, and wherever he is. We have the director of legal service. Executive. We have the director of legal. We have the executive director. The party complete. And I want to challenge the member. You know, for me, I'm a friend, and I want to challenge the members of the fourth estate. Ask yourselves, and this question should go to the Honorable Kioni. He wants to organize an illegal coup within the party. The owners of the party are these people seated here. Not Kioni, not his cohorts, not going round. That will not, I know he has been given some, he has to justify the expenditures. After we disagreed, and this, our leader will give the official press conference. After 12 February, we as the leadership took stock of the party activities. And it dawned on us that we are cohabiting with a deceitful, corrupt group. And you know the history of this country. I take this, and I'm the one who's saying this. We have had political preneurs. We have had individuals who have had the expertise, who have used every opportunity at the end of every election to manipulate individuals for their personal gains. In the parliamentary practice, Jubilee is the third largest party. The National Assembly consists of 350 members. If you compute, a parliamentary party must garner 5% of the members, elected or nominated. Jubilee has 28 members. The threshold is 18. If you compute, ODM is number one. Not ODM, sorry. UDA is number one. Number two is ODM. Number three is Jubilee. We have 28 members in the National Assembly. Using that number, there are constitutional slots pursuant to Article 108 that this party was entitled to. Because at that particular time, we were still under the ambit of the Azimio. The minority leader comes from the party with the highest numbers in the minority coalition. The deputy minority leader ought to have come from this party. Who is the occupant right now? Do you know who's the occupant? The Honorable Mbui is a member of WIBA. That position rightfully belongs to Jubilee. There are close to 28 slots in leadership, in audit committees, in critical committees that were meant for the parties constituting the minorities. Jubilee has none. We have lost 7 of our slots. 7, and I want you to understand this is 7 of our slots. Who took them? Our friends in ODM, as usual. And they have done it under the NASA. They have done it under every group. We lost. Under Article 127 of the Constitution, the Parliamentary Service Commission, we were entitled to a slot. The worst part of it, I occupied that slot for 3 consecutive terms, and having qualified as the longest serving commissioner under the current Constitutional Commission pursuant to Chapter 15 of the Constitution. We nominated the Honorable Waluke, who was disadvantaged at that particular time. We nominated him when he was in jail. Do you know what they did? They conned him of his money and gave the slot to somebody else. Isn't that a shame? Can we associate ourselves with that particular person? No. We will demand that slot. Those will decide whether we'll get it from the person in the Senate or the National Assembly. But I think in my mind, because we have most of our members in the National Assembly, the occupant of that slot, the Honorable, you know the person? The member for Mavoko. We are putting him on notice. We will be putting a constitutional petition so that position of PSC reverts to the Honorable Waluke. And finally, having been part of an abusive marriage, having refused to participate in those shenanigans, we pronounce ourselves as completely out of that abusive marriage and started functioning as an independent parliamentary party. In October this year, the Speaker of the National Assembly, guided by the law, made a Solomonic ruling and recognized Jubilee as a parliamentary party and appointed the Honorable Sabina Wanjiru Chege as the Jubilee parliamentary whip. The input of that is we are completely out of the ambit of Azimio. When Parliament reconvenes in the next session, under the leadership of the Honorable Sabina Chege, we will demand those 7 slots that we have. I have done a computation. Those 7 slots of leadership will demand the PSC position and will demand the proper placement of these highly qualified men and women in the National Assembly and the Senate in the committees of their choice. And finally, we as Jubilee and we as the leadership, we respect the rule of law. We respect every citizen's right to participate, to associate, to do anything. But we want also those who are going around to abuse this name of Jubilee to desist. To desist. And for those of you, the members of the Fourth Estate, this is the bona fide leadership of Jubilee, and henceforth, you will be seeing a more reinvigorated, more energized activities of this great party. And as you can see from the opinion polls, after UDA, ODM, we are the 3rd largest party. Jubilee! 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 Asanteni sana.
Asante sana, makofi kwake jameni. Asante sana. Wacha nimkaribishe sasa Secretary General. Asante sana, makofi kwake jameni.
Asante sana my deputy, thank you so much DSG. Ni vizuri tuwakumbushe ile slogan yetu. Tukisema Jubilee ya kwanza ni sisi. Na ya pili wacha tuiende sahihi. Jubilee! Jubilee! Lazima useme kwa nguvu kwa sababu Jubilee ni sisi. Jubilee! Jubilee! Tuendelee ama tusiendelee? I want to say that today we have had a very successful meeting between the party organs, and we want to thank the chair and also our party leader for convening this meeting. For the record, we have our national chair here, Nelson Zuya, who has been our chair for the longest, and he is still our chair. We have the entire NEC here. We have the parliamentary group, and more importantly, we also have the MCA's caucus here, led by their chairman. For the record, Jubilee is the 3rd largest party in the National Assembly. We have, for the record, 28 MPs in the National Assembly. We have 5 senators in the Senate. We have 1 governor, and we have 126 MCAs spread across the entire Republic of Kenya. And that one is a clear manifestation that Jubilee is a national party, and we totally disassociate ourselves with any person trying to purport that Jubilee is a regional party. Jubilee is a national party. And that one has to sink in the mind of others, that Jubilee is a national party. Secondly, we are happy, and it has been mentioned by our leader, Honorable Kainan, that Jubilee now has been recognized as a parliamentary party. And we want to really thank the wise leadership of the National Assembly. We are still moving around to make sure that Jubilee is also recognized, even at the county level, that all our counties, starting from Nairobi, that our MCAs will be properly recognized as independent members of the county, not independent, but they will be called county. The county parties is a political party. In that, it means that the slots that are due for you, that were taken by that abusive marriage of ODM, you still reclaim your positions. In Nairobi, you are supposed to have many slots. Unfortunately, they were taken by ODM. In areas whereby you have proper and well organization working together with our counties, we will not, touch on that. If you have a good relationship and working relationship with your county government, that's okay. We have seen Kioni going around, purporting to conduct elections, I am the director of elections. The chairman of the board of elections is here. The NEC has not sanctioned any election. So whatever is happening there, it is just political, dramatization, and actually those are kicks of a dying horse. There are no elections that have been ordered. Jubilee is a party that has order and structure, and when we will call for elections, we will make it public and known. But going around counties, purporting, to usurp powers that they don't have, purporting to replace members, of the chairs and the officials of the party, we want to say and assure our members that by next year, when the proper NEC will sit and the organs will sit, we will be able to give that direction. Finally, we want to say that as much as we are independent, and we are happy that we have been recognized as an independent party, political party, we are also working very closely with the government, because we have been in government ourselves. Jubilee is an immediate former party. In fact, most of the infrastructural development is courtesy of Jubilee. And it will be foolhardy for us not to support some of the good things that are being done by the government. If the government is doing something good, we will beseech our members to support. But if the government is not doing something good, we want to beseech you also, members, to also tell the government when they are not doing something right. So we are happy today to report to you as Jubilee members, because Jubilee members, or Jubilee, not Jubilee, a party is defined by elected leaders, not former. You don't define a party by former members. You don't even define a party by a former president. You don't define a party by a former MCAs or former MPs. No, you define a member by the sitting MPs or the sitting leaders. And that is the reason you are the third largest party. So for the former MP for Daragwa, Honorable Kioni, to go around reporting that he is representing Jubilee, we want to assure the people out there that he is the one who is lost. This is a genuine Jubilee. Kwa hayo mengi machache, nataka sasa nimkaribishe kiongozi wetu wa chama chetu cha Jubilee, Mheshimiwa Sabina Chege, ambaye pia ni kiraja kule katika bunge, lakini kabla hajafika, ni vizuri chairman, si vizuri kuja hapa. Chairman wa chama ndiye ako hapa. Muulize Kioni wakati anaenda kule kusema mambo mengine kule, muulize chairman ni nani wa chama. Takwambia vizuri chairman ni Nelson Zuya, na ambaye ako hapa. Karibu chairman.
Asante. Basi mimi niseme tu kwa kifupi, nikisimama hapa, nimesimama kama mwenyekiti wa hiki chama. Siku chache zilizopita nilisikia mwingine akisema kwamba yeye sasa ndiyo mwenyekiti. Mimi nataka kumwambia hiyo atangoja. Mimi ndiyo mwenyekiti wa hiki chama, na mpaka siku ile kutafanyika kongamano la wanachama wa Jubilee na kufanya mabadiliko. And this guy is on record saying that he was one of the president's men and he was going to retire with the president. Sisi tunashangaa bosi yake alienda retire, yeye bado anarandaranda. Mimi nimetoka Mombasa na wahenga kule walisema, chema chajiuza, kibaya chajitembeza. Sasa sisi ndio Jubilee, sisi tutajiuza. Wale wengine ambao wamejitembeza, wahenga walisema. Asanteni sana. Wacha sasa tumkaribishe kinara wetu Mheshimiwa Sabina Chege. Tusimame tumkaribishe,
Aya basi tuketi. Jubilee power. Lazima tutoe power kidogo, si ndio? Na tumesema Jubilee ni sisi, na tukisema ya pili tunasema mbele pamoja. Jubilee. Semeni kwa sauti. Jubilee. Jubilee. Very good. I will not take a lot of time because my colleagues have really spoken about today's meeting. First and foremost is to thank the members for the state for coming to cover this meeting. And this meeting was convened by the NEC, and the participants are members of the NEC, members of various organs within the political party Jubilee, the elected members of parliament, senator, and also the elected MCAs. So this is a meeting convened for the leadership of Jubilee Party. We've had a very fruitful deliberation. And again, just to say, after 10 years of Jubilee, this is the first time we are having such a meeting. Let's clap for our NEC leadership. And just before I read the statement, because mine is just to read the statement, is also to say that the Jubilee we have now is going to involve all. We are going to involve our leadership, and we have also mandated all our leaders, from the governor, the senators, the MPs, and the MCAs, to go back to the grassroots and prepare for the party recruitment and enhance the party mashinani. So from today henceforth, any communication that is going to go to our members who are on the grassroots, it will either come from the NEC or from the elected leaders, because they're the ones who are mandated by the people to govern this party. Secondly, as a summary before I read also, I also want to say that we are very much concerned about the state of the nation, the cost of living, and the concerns of Kenyans. As the Jubilee members, what we have deliberated and agreed is that we will fully participate in our respective areas. First and foremost, from the counties, we will fight at the National Assembly to make sure that our MCAs will get the Ward Development Fund so that they're able to empower our people mashinani. We cannot tell our people to go for maandamano or just not to work. We want to empower them through our respective assemblies. So the first one is to ensure that even the welfare, and we have done a commitment of all our MCAs will be your first champions, and we will fight so that your welfare is looked at, so that you're also able to stand for your people at the grassroots, because we are the nearest people who are at the grassroots. Secondly, for our members of parliament, we have also committed issues about the budgets, issues about the concerns of Kenyans. We'll be going to the grassroots, and once we get what the people want, we have the power to go lobby at the floor of the house, to go and pass laws that are friendly to the people. So we will not blame anyone. We will take it up ourselves as elected members to look at the welfare of Kenyans. And that is our commitment that we want to give to Kenyans today. So allow me now to officially read the statement, and these are resolutions of Jubilee Party Leadership Summit that was convened by the National Executive Committee in conjunction with the national and county elected leadership, held here today on 20th December, year 2023. The NEC and other organs of the party, together with Jubilee Party Parliamentary Group and all elected members of the county assemblies from across the country, with a direct sovereign mandate from our members and Kenyans to represent the interests of Kenyans and Jubilee members in Parliament and within counties, having met today to deliberate on important matters affecting our party, and aware that the Jubilee Party is the third largest party in the Parliament of the Republic of Kenya, with 28 members in the National Assembly, 5 senators, and also we have our footprints within our 126 members of County Assembly, with representation in a majority of the counties in Kenya. And just allow me just to say where our Jubilee Party have our members. We have our members, a majority in Nakuru County. Let us appreciate them, as I mentioned. At Wajir County, Narok, Nyamira, simulapiga makofi, Meru, Kajiado, Nyandarua, Embu, Isiolo, Nairobi, Kitui, Taita, Turkana, Uasin Gishu, Kilifi, Trans Nzoia, Lamu, Bungoma, Samburu, Garissa, Kirinyaga, and Baringo. Those are around 24 counties and counting. And we have Nyeri and we have Murang'a, because we are here. Oh, Kisii, tumefika 25 by the way already. And so once we start going to the grassroots, because our elected leaders will invite us to the ground, we will go find them and we'll start recruitment from where we have elected leaders before even we go elsewhere. So chama iko imara. We are happy that our elected leaders have remained united in representing the party in parliament and in the county assemblies, where we're represented despite the challenges that we have faced this year of intimidation from our coalition, so-called coalition partners, and even within the party. And after lengthy deliberations, this party, Jubilee Party Summit of elected leaders, hereby resolves as follows. 1, that the Jubilee Party, as the third largest party in Kenya, will defend its parliamentary party position in the National Assembly and also its position in all county assemblies. Secondly, that we firmly support the resolution of NEC to exit from the abusive Azimio coalition and will abide by the orders of the High Court that has suspended that process until the hearing and determination of the legal matter that is in court. And that the Jubilee Party rejects the dictatorial one-man leadership that characterized the affairs of our party between 2017 and 2022, and that led to a dismal performance in the 2022 general election, from having over 180 MPs to 28 now in the National Assembly. And from today, we as elected leaders and nominated leaders, we have said, Jubilee ni sisi, na Jubilee ni yetu, and so we are going to drive our party for better performance. That this leadership gathered here strongly commits to ensure that our party will only be governed through its established organs in accordance with its constitution and regulation. And that we acknowledge the concern of all Kenyans regarding the high cost of living being experienced by Kenyans, and will support all efforts by the government to stabilize the economy. We resolve to participate actively in our various positions mandated by the people in all our assembly, be it national, at the Senate, or at the county assembly, to alleviate this problem. We affirm that Jubilee Party stands for peaceful resolution of all national issues of concern and support the report of National Dialogue Committee, and further reiterate the contents of the memorandum presented by our party to the committee, calling, among other things, the entrenchment in the constitution of the Ward Development Fund, the CDF and GAF Fund, and we also want to urge all our members of parliament to champion the welfare of Kenyans, and especially the welfare of our MCAs as we debate in the report of parliament. We want to caution all our members that activities that some of our former officials of the party have been conducting across the strongholds purporting to be installing officials of the party are illegal and unconstitutional, and no such activities have been sanctioned by the National Elections Board of the party. But if they still want to continue, supporting the party, we are not fighting anyone, but all we are saying, there is the point where if elections are to be done, it will be officially communicated. But if you want to market Jubilee, there's no problem. The internal party mechanism be established to investigate the issue of our party funds to the tune of over 700 million Kenya shillings that were irregularly transferred to private hands and to Azimio campaign the last election, instead of being used to support party aspirants. And some of our positions that we lost was because there was no support. And these people also are witness that they were not supported during the elections. And that the relevant party organs will take action against some of our former officials who are interfering with the leadership of the committee membership of our MCAs in different county assemblies. And we want to urge our MCAs not to be intimidated. This NEC, they will stand for you because they want the party to grow. And finally, I want to say that we, as the elected Jubilee members of Parliament, we want to wish all Kenyans a very Merry Christmas, a bountiful New Year, and we want to say the work has just started, and Jubilee ni sisi, Jubilee ni yetu, na tunakuja mashinani. Asanteni sana. Yeah, So thank you very much. I think from the blessings of our chair, we want to end it at that point. I want to take it back to Honorable Kutuni. Lakini tena nataka kuwashukuru sana kwa kuja, and especially all the elected leaders. It was such a short notice. We have apologies from some of our members who have traveled, but we will continue engaging. This is how Jubilee is supposed to be run, and we'll continue engaging. From our elected leaders, we'll go to the chairmans of various counties. We'll be going to mashinani to engage them officially. May God bless you. Asanteni sana.
Asante. Wapi makofi ya party leader? Moja, mbili, ubarikiwe. Mama super. Mnoma. Asante. Wapi vigelegele? Asante sana, asante sana, asante. Yes. Do you want to, Bana SG? Yes. Is it really burning? Swali inaleta tumbo joto? Okay. Tafadhali mpatie basi kipasa sauti hapa.
Thank you. My name is Brian Mushiri of NTV, and definitely my question definitely goes to Honorable Sabina and Honorable Kanini Kega. We were there during the 2022 general election when we were covering the election, as you guys remember. And Sabina, your name was the first that was literally as the nominated, one of the first names nominated under Azimio. So, are you, Jubilee, sorry, it was Jubilee. Are you concerned that then a process to recall you as a nominated member of parliament, and even you, Kanini Kega, as a member of parliament in the Iala parliament, are you concerned about being recalled?
Thank you. Just wait. We'll just take 3 questions. Thank you. All right. Mzee wa kazi, yes. Give the microphone to. Yeah.
Oh, yes, thank you. Apollo here.
Apollo, yes.
My question is, as a party, do you feel threatened by the return of the former president in active politics? And yesterday we saw the other faction holding a meeting in Kiambu, preparing for grassroots mobilization. Don't you think you are setting up your supporters for a clash?
Okay. Yeah, that's okay. Just wait. Last word. So, hii nyingine unasema watu walikuwa na mkutano jana. Sisi kama chama, wacha niseme hii. Wale wote ambao wanachama wana hisia tofauti ya kutaka kuzungumza, sisi hatuwezi kuwagandamiza kwa kutoa maoni. Kama chama tumesema yeyote ambayo ana maoni anataka kuzungumza, lazima azungumze. Lakini kwa yale mambo ya kuendesha chama ina mbinu, chama ina viongozi. Kauli yoyote kama ni ya kuitisha uchaguzi itaitishwa wakati kamati kuu ya chama itakuwa imeketi na kukata kauli. Kwa hivyo vingine vyote vya kuzungumza ni chura ndani ya maji, kutozuia tembo kunywa maji. Asante. Yeah.
Thank you so much, DSG. Jubilee nominated 3 candidates for the Iala position. Nominated Honorable Fatuma Gedi, nominated Honorable Kioni, and nominated Kanini Kega. We went for an election. Kioni, in the Senate, managed to only get 1 vote after campaigning, 1 vote. In the National Assembly, he got 4. So we went for an election. I won. I beat them. And it is hands down. And I was confirmed by the returning officer, who is a clerk of the National Assembly, both in the National Assembly and the Senate, confirmed that Kanini was duly elected, not nominated. I was duly elected as a member of East Africa Legislative Assembly with a mandate, not just now to represent Jubilee, but with a mandate to represent the country. So when I stand out there, I don't just represent Jubilee. I represent the Republic of Kenya because I was elected by both the senators who are in all the camps and the members of the parliament. So any other person purporting, in fact we saw it and very embarrassing, and we need to tell Kioni, he needs to be told by you people. The other day he wrote a letter to the Speaker of Yala. You know, trying to tell the Speaker of Yala that Atekanini has been de-whipped as a member of Jubilee. So the Speaker was asking me, is that person okay here? Because the letter that I got a letter from the joint secretaries, who are the clerks of the National Assembly and the Senate, declaring that you are the duly elected member of parliament from Kenya. Who is this other character? So kindly, we want to put that matter to rest. That Kanini is a member of parliament for Yala, duly elected until the 20th of December 2027. Actually, my term will end after the election of Kenya's, the Kenya election. So I want to put that matter to rest. We went for an election. Kioni lost, and the others lost. I beat them fairly, and there should never be a question again as to whether Kanini will be recalled from Yala. Hiyo ni kama kunyamba kwa punda.
I think I want to start with the second question about whether our supporters will crash when they go to the ground. I think our former colleagues have learned the bad manners from ODM about calling for maandamano. We ourselves here, we are the ones who stood with the party. We are the ones who believed in handshake when we were told it was meant for peace. Now we are discovering other things. And we stood for this party. We've learned from our neighbors that once the country is not peaceful, once we start war, we will all suffer. It doesn't matter which side we supported or we voted in. So in that respect, we do not envisage any fight or clashing of our supporters. We are the peaceful side. The sign of our party is a dove. So just note that the other people who are calling for demonstration, and I don't know, absconding or whatever it is, those are not Jubilee members. Jubilee members are, and we stand forever for peace. The second part about I being afraid of being de-whipped, I earned this position. It was not a favor given to me. And number two, the only way I qualified as only one person is because these members were elected. If we did not have any elected member at the National Assembly, I would not have gotten this. So I owe my allegiance and my commitment to the elected members of parliament. Because they are the ones who allowed me to be nominated. And so I will continue. I did not vie because I wanted to fight for the party. Despite us being called names, being told to go sell BAMBA, which was very difficult, you saw me in the entire country. At some point, I was actually named among the deputy president, and I wish they gave me, would have won. So what I want to say today is that I will continue fighting because I stood for the party then, and we stood for our former party leader because he was our leader, and we stood with him so that he was not left alone. The other people left him, we remained standing because we loved this party. And for that love, I will continue defending Jubilee Party. That is why I will not allow Jubilee Party to die. That is why we will transverse this country selling Jubilee Party. And we don't want the other busybodies coming to spoil a good party. They said it was dead when we started standing for Jubilee. Now they have interest coming in because they want to earn from it. For us, we have sacrificed our everything for this party. And I will continue sacrifice despite intimidation, even if they take 1,000 court cases to intimidate me. I am one girl who will never be cowed. And I told them, and I want to repeat again, watch this space. Watch this space. Huyu Sabina unaona leo mtaupatana naye pahali pengine kesho. Mungu awabariki.
Asante sana. Basi mkutano si imeisha? Anatosha ama atoshi? Hapa namna gani? Yes. Haina usikuwa na wasiwasi bwana.
You know, in life, it's only the truth that will save everybody. Some of us stood with Uhuru for so many years. I'll call it decades. We stood with him when he needed us. We gave him our energies. We supported him in every aspect until he became the President of the Republic of Kenya. And that's not a mean achievement, isn't it? It's not a mean achievement. That is when he needed us. I have one piece of advice for my friend, the Honorable His Excellency Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. We supported you when you needed us. We helped you govern this country. We stood with you in every aspect. You committed this party, which was a great party, to an unholy alliance of the Azimio group under the handshake. The party lost everything, image, popularity, and everything. We are trying to recoup what we lost as a result of our association with a group that we had nothing almost in common. I want to beseech you, my good friend, His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta. I have had the privilege of being the chair of a very critical committee with Kioni being a member between 2007 and 2013, and we were 11. And I just want to remind you one incident that will tell you the people that you are dealing with. We were 11. I can assure you, Kioni has never been a team player. And some of the guys, the 11 members, all of them are alive. Some of them are governors. Some of them are very senior people in this government. 2, in 2013, Kioni partnered with the Honorable Musalia Mudavadi. And it is on record that even in his own polling station, he never voted for the person he was deputizing. Yes. If you will rely on that person, he will make you an enemy of everybody. I want to beseech, we as Jubilee, we will respect and accord His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta all the respect that he deserves as an elder and as a former president. But we will not allow Kioni to run away with our party using the name of anybody, including the former president. This is our party. The party belongs to the members. And therefore, my friend who asked the question, Apollo, President Uhuru Kenyatta is a Democrat. He knows the party has changed. The party belongs to these people. And therefore, whatever they are doing there, we will only take it as choruses. I think as Honorable Kanini has mentioned, it doesn't deserve even a response. The political space is open. This is our party. This is a Jubilee party. We are the members. We are the officials. We will entrench it. We will market it. If Kioni and his cohort are desirous, let them invoke their political rights and form their own whatever. But for now, if you don't have the NEC, if you don't have the PG, if you don't have the MCA caucus, if you don't have the public, can Kioni alone give somebody a party by donning with the red colors of the party?
No. Thank you.
Please, my friend, ukipitisha hiyo ujumbe, tunakuheshimu, wacha tuendeshe kazi, ni wakati yetu. Asante sana.
Asante sana. Apollo, umewasha. So do you want to respond also?
No.
Yes.
We are through. We are through. This party is led democratically by the elected leaders. Uhuru belongs to the former. He was a former party leader. He's a former president. And we have their space and their place. Not in the leadership, but as members. He can still come back as a member. We have absolutely no problem. And we have a lot of respect for him. Tremendous respect for him. But he should also respect the leadership of the party. I think with that, good people, thank you. Thank you for the state. And thank you. And you have seen the leadership of Jubilee here. There's a leader. The other team asked them to call for a PG. Just tell them to call for a PG. Tell them to call for a NEC meeting. Tell even them to call for an MC.